Meet Tubby Iron, my maxed Ironman that I've been playing on the last 4 years. The goal is to build one of the most stacked Ironman accounts in old school RuneScape. After recently obtaining the tumekens shadow, the Twisted Bow and the Scythe of Vitor are the only two remaining items that I need out of the big 3 mega rares. Also, I still need to fight my way through the Inferno and get my first Infernal Cape. Furthermore, Varlamore is here, which also brought another best in slot cape locked behind a new difficult wave-based challenge that I will need to conquer as well. Welcome to the beginning of the end. I am locking myself in the Godwars dungeon for however long it takes me to get the Saradomin hilt from Commander Zilyana. Now, you may be asking yourself, why? Well, this item is the last piece of the puzzle when it comes to starting my journey of obtaining Dizana's quiver. Last episode, I managed to complete the Venator bow after getting over 800 Phantom Muspa kills, which means that the Saradomin godsword is the final item that I need to obtain before I can set foot in the Colosseum. Neither of these items are required by any means for completing the Colosseum, but it will make my life a hell of a lot easier when it comes to going for my first quiver, especially since I have no experience in the Inferno, and this will probably be my biggest challenge of my RuneScape career, so why not make it a little easier for myself? Staying inside the Godwars dungeon and utilizing Next Bank means I can endlessly kill Commander Zilyana, and I won't need to worry about getting follower kill count or farming ecumenical keys. As I mentioned before, this is the final grind before I start the Colosseum, so let's get to work and get that hilt. I have not done much Zilyana in the past. She's by far my least killed Godwars dungeon boss, but that's probably going to change after this grind. I'm obviously in need of the Saradomin godsword, but I wouldn't mind getting the Armadillo crossbow during this, since I need a good range weapon for when I do next in the future. Getting an ACB is definitely more realistic than getting a T-bow. But yeah, I'm literally going to stay inside the Godwars dungeon until I get the SGS. That is the plan. Saradomin sword to start us off. I already have a bunch of these, but a unique is a unique. Not a bad way to start this off. The one big issue that I have with staying here for a long time is that I will be wasting a lot of hard clues. I still need that Zami full helm, but it's not really that important, I guess. I still complete like 95% of my master clues. I'm not saying that you should listen to this guy, but I think he has a good point. Sub the tub if you haven't already. I turned off all of those tile markers since those refer to the Bofa method where you save run energy and toggle between walk and run during the kill, but with the shadow, Zilyana dies so ridiculously fast that it just doesn't matter. The method is pretty simple. All I'm doing is running Zilyana in circles while hugging the walls and kiting her with the max mage setup. The shadow nukes this boss just like all of the other Godwars generals, so the kills per hour should be pretty high. Once the kill is done, I kill the Major with the Shadow and then Blood Barrage the rest of the minions with the Blood Scepter to get a nice overheal at the start of every kill. If your run energy is low, you can use an Explorer's Ring for some daily run energy recharges, and the same thing applies for the Max Cape. Outside of those things, you can just bring in a few staminas and you can stay here for a very long time if you get lucky with restore drops. Maybe I'll see if I can do the 50 kill Grandmaster task during this 24-second fight. Tumekens Shadow with the Saturated Heart is just so powerful. Another Saradomin sword. Dragon Spear, are you kidding me? Isn't that the rarest drop on the rare drop table? Oh man, this game makes zero sense sometimes. I've done about 2 hours of this so far, and I'm actually really enjoying this. A lot more than I should, to be honest. The fight itself is super chill, there's almost no threat of death, and the standard drops here are not too bad. Lots of coins, Renar seeds, Renar weeds, and even some snape grass. I'll be getting back a lot of the rare pots that I use here, which is really nice. Godsword Shard 1, that's a bit of a bummer. I am rolling the unique table somewhat frequently, so I feel like at this rate an ACB or an SGS might come sooner rather than later. At least I hope so. 400 Commander Zilyana KC? The kills are absolutely flying by. I'm getting easily over 26 kills per hour with this setup. Should be a somewhat fast grind if I can get some luck on my side. This is what I thought with the Kriara grind, but then I ended up killing him over 2,000 times for a 1 in 381 drop. The cool thing about staying here for a long time is seeing the things in my inventory pile up. Almost at a 1 mil cash stack with a bunch of other stuff. All of the minions in the Godwars dungeon drop some kind of food at a pretty common rate, and at Zilyana you can get monkfish as well as summer pies. The summer pies are really good since it heals for 22 HP, regens run energy, and it boosts your agility level, so it's a very nice drop especially for a method like this. I ran out of the prayer pots that I brought in a long time ago, but Zilyana drops tons of prayer pots and super restores. With Blood Barrage, restore drops, food drops, bones to peaches, and the prayer altar that you can use every 10 minutes, You can literally make your trips endless if you want them to be. You see what I mean? The supplies just never end. Hopefully the chat box doesn't let me know I've rolled more elite clues, cause wasting these is not ideal. You can pretty easily get all of the other clue tiers, but elites are usually a nuisance to farm for Iron Men. Either way, an elite clue from Zilyana is pretty cool. Oh my god, dude, where did the boss just go? 15-second fight duration? Literally all it took was 5 shadow hits. That's crazy, man. Saradomin sword yet again. I think I'm going to go to next bank and clean out my inventory after a few more kills. I hate juggling supplies on the ground, and a lot of my inventory space is being used up by random stuff. I cleaned up the inventory and started up another trip. I'm quickly approaching 500 KC. The drop rate for either of the uniques that I'm looking for is 1 in 508. So unless a miracle happens, I think I'm going dry once again. 500 KC, and I'm officially dry on both of the items that I want. Unlucky. It sucks that I wasted my good RNG at Zami, which arguably is the worst drops of all the bosses in this place. I honestly might just start alching all of these Saradomin sword drops. 78k alch is not too bad. Well, that's not the unique drop that I'm looking for, but I guess it's something. Got myself the Saradomin's Light. I already got one of these, unfortunately, and I've already made it Brighten Krill's chamber, and the Staff of Light is pretty useless, so ultimately this drop is complete garbage. If you aren't getting the Saradomin hilt or the Armadillo crossbow, the rest of Commander Zilyana's uniques are pretty bad. I've literally been inside this room for 3 hours straight. The loot just isn't quite there, but the kill count is skyrocketing. The 50 kill trip with this setup is totally free. It just unironically takes over 2 hours, and I need to make it a private instance so it actually counts. There is 600 KC. I've been locked in this place for a few days now. I'm trying to average out 100 kills a day, and so far it's been going well. This is so far one of the most chill grinds I've done within the last few episodes. It doesn't even feel like I'm killing a boss. Oh god, no, you can't be serious, man. Rune Javelins from Zilyana. Another stupidly rare drop. I got 2 drops that are over 1 in 5k in just a few hundred kills. If I'm going to be getting lucky with drops like this, you might as well just give me the pet. I am making another quick pit stop to the next bank, but I just got myself some ancient ceremonial legs for the collection log. This truly changes everything. I have alch warnings turned on for items worth more than 20k, but I still get scared alching stuff with the shadow in my inventory. Just the thought of accidentally alching the shadow gives me nightmares. Also, -1 hard clue. Slowly but surely getting close to 1000 Saradomin essence. That will be a cool little milestone. Did somebody ask for another Saradomin sword? Because I sure as hell didn't. Godsword Shard 2. Not what I need, unfortunately. I used to think that you needed 5 of each of the 3 shards to make each godsword, but I was told that as long as you have enough for 1 blade, you can remove and attach it to whatever hilt you want. No way, I got a Saradomin sword from a goddamn minion. You can't make this shit up, dude. What the hell? This game continues to amaze me. Too bad these guys can't drop the actual useful uniques. The nice thing about having all of this Saradomin essence is that I can leave and take breaks whenever I want. I could log out and re-enter this place like nothing ever happened. 3 Saradomin swords in the same trip. Screw it, let's make it 4, shall we? Almost at 700 KC and 1000 Saradomin essence. Some big numbers coming up. And there's 1000 Saradomin essence. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? The grind has been pretty cozy for the most part, but don't get me wrong, I would not mind moving on. I'm literally just 1 drop away from entering the colosseum. I'm completely terrified of it, but at the same time, it seems quite fun. 700 KC, nice. Okay, I was completely joking about getting a 4th Saradomin sword in the same trip, but here we are. At least I'm printing cash in prayer pots. The log has basically not changed in nearly 400 kills. Just an extra Saradomin light along with some more swords and godsword shards. I really hope I can get the hilt so I can leave. I thought I could scoop the Armadillo crossbow along the way, but at this point, I just want to move on. Look at how lucky I got at Zami. Pretty much have a green logged minus the pet at 379 KC. Where is this luck at bosses that actually matter? Whatever, let's keep it going. Why did they have to add this message, man? Every time I see it, I get reminded that I'm throwing dozens of hard clues in the garbage. Holy shit, there it is, baby! Saradomin hilt! I am now officially Colosseum ready. I can't believe it, man. Let's go! Oh, I thought I was gonna be here for like hundreds of more kills, but I managed to get it. Oh, it feels so damn good. You know the drill, boys. One more kill to see if the back-to-back exists. If not, I can finally leave this place and make the Saradomin godsword. Rune kite shield. Sad scam game. Should I stay here and keep doing this until I get the ACB, or should I just leave? If I leave, I would need to come back in the future, which is something I don't really want to do. Ah, who am I kidding? Get me out of here. It's been over a week. If CG is the red prison, then that for sure is the white prison, and I'm free. Feels good. I missed Varrock. There's one piece of the blade, there's the other half, and ladies and gentlemen, I now have the Saradomin godsword on my Iron Man, which means the Colosseum awaits. Next episode, it is showtime. I locked myself in the godwars dungeon for about 6 days and ended up getting over 370 kills. I was getting 100 kills a day for the first few days, but then I started slacking towards the end, but I still managed to get it done. As far as loot tracker goes, I got 63.8 mil from Commander Zilyana and 3.8 million from her minions, which totals up to roughly 67.6 million GP earned. It's a shame that I didn't spoon the ACB along the way, but that's okay. I'll just have to come back for it whenever I decide to do next. But for now, next is not my main priority. It is the Colosseum. This will hands down be the most difficult challenge of my RuneScape career. I have gotten all of the strong items that will massively help me during my runs, and I have tons of PVM experience, so I'm fairly confident going into this. The only thing standing between me and that quiver is Soul Heredit himself. Next episode, I will take him down no matter how long it takes. I'll see you then.